Seba of WildCard BellyDance, and today's move I'm going to be breaking down is another fast move from our level 1 format. It's also a classic ATS move. It's called Arabic. Arabic is a very beautiful and simple move, and there's also a lot of different arm variations that we can add on top of it to help make it a little bit more exciting. This is what it looks like for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Arabic can be done just in place, it can be done turning in an 8-count circle, or you can add any of the arm variations on it. All of them look beautiful. Let's talk about the angle that Arabic's going to start at. We're at, if you're in your dancer clock face, we're at that 11 o'clock angle. We're not flush to the audience, we're at that little bit of an angle. It's going to showcase what's happening with the whole body. We're going to start with what's happening with the feet. It's really just a 2-count move when you think about the feet. You're stepping forward on the right foot and then back on the left. Forward on the right, back on the left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I've had a lot of people ask me about different foot positions and where you should be on your feet. For Arabic, you are flat out on the balls of your feet. You want to keep your legs close together because if you've got them staggered apart, it's going to have a different look to it. Keep them close together, knees soft. And I'm all the way up the balls of my feet. And there's a definite weight change that's happening with Arabic, and that's going to help out with the lifting and rolling down of your chest. You're stepping forward on your right foot, you're lifting your chest. When you step back on the left, and the roll down happens. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. And you should actually be stepping forward and back. Lift, down, lift, roll down. Let's try it away from the camera. You can see what it looks like. So here I'm at my dancer angle, my 11 o'clock clock face. I'm on the balls of my feet. My feet are pretty close together, my knees are soft. I've got the lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. Let's get the arms involved because my arms are never going to be down at my hips for Arabic. Starting hip bump arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Transitioning into a new move. Let's move up to what's happening with the knees. Keep those knees soft. There's a tendency to straighten out and lock out your knees when you're doing Arabic because you are on the balls of your feet. Keep those knees soft and it's going to make your Arabic a lot more juicy. Next we're going to move up to what's happening with the chest. On count 1, there's a lift, and count 2, it's a roll down. You can almost think of it as a rhythmic body wave. So count 1, there's a lift of the chest, 2, it rolls down. On count 1, when you're lifting this chest, you can think about your pelvis is also going to slightly go out of neutral. It's not like a big booty out, but there is a little bit of a going out of neutral. Don't worry about that. So the chest goes up on 1, booty goes out just a little bit, and then 2, there's that contract, roll down, and pelvis goes back into neutral. So lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Next, let's talk about the arms. Since our arms are not down here at your waist for Arabic, your arms are going to be up here. So important thing, think about that beautiful curve that's happening in your between your neck and your shoulder right here. You don't want to be locking out and wearing your shoulders, your earrings. Think about that beautiful curve. Your wrists are pointing straight towards the audience, creating this beautiful frame around your face. Since right now we're leading it with the right hip, you want to think about pulling back that right arm slightly so it's not blocking you from the audience. And now you're going to notice that your beautiful Arabic lift roll down is getting a little bit smaller because you're trying not to let your arms move around. Think about that you're holding onto a broomstick up here that's not letting you move around at all. So let's try it. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's talk about how to transition into the move and what the cue for the move is. So the Arabic, this is what it's going to look like, but how do we get here? So let's talk about those transitions. So if I'm in basic Egyptian with my arms already above over my head, I'm going to think about bringing my arms down in front of my body to about hips. I'm having them come up, thinking about the elbows lifting first, then all the way up to here. So let's talk about the counts for us in WildCard. We usually have to count it out for ease of our level 1 students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to take you 8 counts to have your arms come up completely. If I'm in hip bump, this is what my arms are going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I'm in shimmy, my arms are here. I'm going to bring them in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The most important thing to think about when transitioning the arms is having these graceful, beautiful, uplifted elbows. So wherever you're bringing your hands in, still think about those elbows up. Don't let them fall off of your hip bones. They're about right there, so we're going to stop. And then think about someone yanking your elbow up, and then here, your hand is going to float and transition to come up all the rest of the way. So let's try that all together. So basic Egyptian arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hip bump arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shimmy arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once your arms start the transition, and that's where you're going to start to lift and drop your chest. So turning Arabic. For us, Arabic turns in 8 counts all the way around. So let's try that all together. Let's start off with shimmy arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cue that you're going to turn is the leader's going to turn her head, and her whole body is going to start the actual turn. That's the cue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 brings you back around to the rear starting point. Let's try that from hip bump arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Arabic's a pretty simple move. There's all these beautiful arms that we can use to help make it a little bit more exciting. The first arms we're going to be learning are what I call the 8 count arms. First, we're going to start with our right arm coming down first. 1, 2, get this to the side of your face. You don't want to be blocking your face, and you also don't want to be playing your finger symbols in your ears, so by the side of your face, you can be right here for 2. 3, 4 at your hip. 5, 6, 7, 8. You can also follow it with your left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can turn with that, and since the turn is only 8 counts, you can have an option of doing one arm first and then turning with the second arm, or turning with the first arm and then doing the second arm in place. It's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful, simple, and just adds a little bit more excitement to Arabic. There's also another version of arms you can do that I call the one-armed Arabic. It's going to look like this. You're going to bring your arm out, and notice I've got my palm and wrist facing outwards. And it's coming in this beautiful arc away from my body, not to be confused with these arms. So my arm's going to come out, down, arcing from my body, and my head's going to turn, I'm immediately going to turn in that direction. I'm going to do an 8 count turn, which all Arabic turns are. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to think about this arm being what I call off of the shelf. It's hovering above it. The shelf is somewhere down here. Think about this arm being about the same plane as your face, because if your arm's down here, it kind of loses some of the beauty and the mystery of the move. Let's try it coming out of basic Egyptian arms. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The arm comes down, how about a 1, 2? 3, 4, 5, 6 to get you around 7 and 8. The arm is traveling back up to its starting point. And then it's beautiful to finish it off with the left arm, although you don't have to. Let's try all of the aerobic arms together. Coming out of hip bump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. Beautiful. So stepping away from the classic ATS version of aerobic, we're going to lead it on the left hip. I just got back from Cues and Tattoos, and I know that is like the brand new hot mad skill that a lot of troops are trying to incorporate into their format. So bringing it back to my roots of Black Sheep, we always led everything on the left hip and the right hip. So aerobic on the left hip, same exact thing, only I'm stepping forward with my left foot first. Stepping forward on the left, back on the right. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. I'm at that angle, and this time, instead of being 11 o'clock angle, since I'm showcasing my left hip, I'm at the 1 o'clock angle. Everything else is exactly the same. All the arms are still the same, turning in a circle and 8 counts is still the same. The only thing that's different is that I'm at a different angle and I'm stepping forward with the left hip. So let's try it from hip bump arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down, lift, roll down. Exact same move, you're just stepping forward on the left foot. That's the only thing that's different. We like to have our left arm come down first in the aerobic 8-count arms, just because it's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. But you can alter that, have the right arm come down first, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. So there's something that's going to help you with your aerobic turn to catch the cue that the leader's about to turn. So if I'm in aerobic, and I have one arm that's descending down for that beautiful 8-count arm, when the second arm starts to descend, I'm also going to start my turn at the same time. So don't worry that you're going to miss the turn. So I'll bring down the arm and start turning at the same time. That and my face is also going to turn that direction. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the head's going to turn, the body's going to turn while that arm is coming down. That's going to let you know the leader's going to be turning in a circle. Another thing to avoid or to watch out for is what I call the aerobic horse kick. While you're so busy trying to have that beautiful weight change, to have the juiciness of your lifting roll down, you have your knees soft, avoid having your right foot kick out as you're adjusting your feet. Because I see this a lot, and even though we're wearing our beautiful huge skirts, I'll see this kind of right foot kind of kick out, and it's kind of I think of it as a horse kick. So avoid the aerobic horse kick. Just a tip.